you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. As long as we have done our best.
I'm so sorry. Hello there. Welcome to the Flash and Globe podcast. I'm Siobhan. Hut this away. Hut that away. Ha this away. My oh my. And if you can guess the link for tonight's show, good luck, you'll win a lolly. Let's meet the plucky girl assistants, shall we? Let's start off with our plague carrier from another's podcast.
Yes,
It's Adam Giselle from Stagging Stories. You got a COVID, right? Go and put a face mask on. Go on.
Yeah.
Go and put a face. Yeah, come on, boys and girls.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Right.
There you
Okay.
go. I'm quite happy.
Adam, you now have your own eye patch story.
Good, yeah.
I think we're going to take these off because I can't bloody see. How are you feeling?
Your mouth,
I wear them
not too
every
bad
day.
today. Better today,
Sorry?
yeah. Definitely
Oh,
on the
that
mend.
suits you, Sinister.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even read that, but it's only
You're pregnant!
barely registering
Yes.
now. So,
Congratulations. When's the baby due, Adam?
so less than that, probably about 9 minutes.
Okay.
So that's another hit of furtry then. Seriously, look after yourself. My dad's come down with COVID as well. He's not too
Oh,
good.
really? Oh, dear.
Well, he says he's not. He's fine, but I was talking to him earlier, and that's not my dad. Right. So, yes, other plucky girl assistants. We'll have Dr. Sinister, whose face mask really suits him.
Cyberman on level 4 controller.
It is a fat controller.
Yes. We have the Brian.
Hello.
Wow. What a stunning entrance that was. And, of course, we have the wonderful Retta, who is our audience, and so we don't have an audience. So there we go. No, that's all right.
This is-
No spanky
This is
tonight.
what we call audience participation.
Yes, we're a very open podcast.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
I just love the fact there was silence. We all left
Right.
hanging.
Wrong time of year, I know.
Yeah, man. Oh dear. So let's do the usual thing. Well, I'm going to risk it. Adam, how has your week been?
Podcast, where I caught a virus.
Hang on. Who is the super spreader? Because Stephen's come down with it now.
Stephen's got it, Keith has got it, Karen has somehow avoided it entirely, I don't know how. But,
Boyd Mary.
Jean was the one who brought it in, I'm afraid.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Sanctions.
Yeah. But
Do you mean the virus got into the genes?
yeah.
Oh, very good, very good, very good. But he's on form tonight. I'm scared.
Is it now rewriting her DNA into bubble wrap?
It could be. She look a little bit green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We like what you're wearing.
Yeah.
You describe,
That's
please.
From, so there's a character in this tonight's episode of Stark Ops called Denson, who's the customs guy.
Is that the American bloke?
No, he's the one who calls Pal a stupid bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I think I know the
For
one.
messing about with the explosives. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember the one. Yeah, no, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I didn't like him.
Actually, this jacket was originally for Chandra from episode 2, is it?
3. No,
3.
yeah,
Okay,
3.
Does it
Great.
still have their sweat stains?
It's got his name in the back.
Have you smelt it?
I mean, to be honest with you,
Okay.
it was lucky that jacket survived the explosion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
Yeah, I don't know how it did.
Wow. I don't know if the chat room I've got up here is accurate or not. Hang on, reload. There we go. I'm reloading it now.
Interesting, the guy who had this on, who played Denson, I looked him up the other week when I bought this, and he's still acting a bit, stage play, but he's more known for being a 9/11 denialist or conspiracy
really?
theorist.
Mooney.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's convinced
That's
it was
what we
all
call them here.
They were blown up, and it was all a CIA plot and stuff like that.
Oh, dear bod. Dear me.
Look, we all know it was Mossad.
Anyway, right,
Look,
hang
the
on a moment.
Jewish space laser misfired.
Yeah.
That was due to all the rain brought about by the gays.
Probably.
Yeah. Right, Dr. Sinister, how's your week been?
My week's been very tiring, probably because I've been looking forward to being off for 2 weeks, which is what I am now.
Hey!
Yay,
Party
vacation.
at Sinister's. I will be coming up this week then.
You can come up any day. It's just that some days of the week I've got to go and get the boy from college, but you're welcome
all
to
right.
come up any day you like.
Okay. We shall sort that. We'll be doing Glorious Project number 3. Ethel. Right, Retta, how has your week been?
Well, my in-laws, we finally got the contract and we're signing the contract so that way my in-laws can move out.
Wonderful. That's good.
And then
So they'll
maybe
be your
things can get back to...
There'll be
What?
outlaws.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hang on, there's a whole conversation that could spring from that. Let's not go down there.
But otherwise, it's been a tiring week, month end, for us finance people.
Finance
Yes.
people, listen to her. I'm a finance person.
She deals
Well,
with
technically,
finance.
I'm-
Nobody knows what finance is, but she deals with it.
Well, no,
If
technically I'm in accounting because I'm in accounts payable.
Oh,
If
I
you're a
used
finance
to do
person,
that.
that means you're made of money.
Jesus. That's weird.
Well, actually, no, I'm the one who, pays out the money.
Yeah,
Everybody.
that's the job I did.
Really?
Jesus, that's strange.
Yeah.
Small world. Very long time ago, 1987. Yes, I remember that. Moving on. Was it 1987? Must have been. Anyway, and yes, all right, I know you're there. Brian, how's your week been?
I haven't said anything. I'm fine. I'm great. I've had a terrific week. We had a great game Saturday.
We did.
And we had.
I was going to ask.
I had an okay week at work.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. I've painted.
Did you feel the
I
urge to
very
kill?
centered.
Did
feel
you
very
feel the
sensitive.
urge to kill anybody?
No, I'm very centered right now. I've painted and I'm okay.
Which reminds me, happy day of the dude, everyone. It's our holiest day.
All right.
Hangover is now over. It's. I shall be going from here to watch the Holy Scripture, The Big Lebowski, and I shall chill. Maybe. Yeah. Retta, have you blown anything up recently?
No.
Oh.
Not even the sun?
Really?
Are you talking to me or Ella?
Your character, dear.
Oh yeah, she blew up the great big.
I don't expect you to. Then I'd be scared.
I fully
Well-
expect you to.
Well, she was the boss last night. I will put it that way in the RPG. No, she was out to prove stuff to a certain gunslinger who's not on to defend himself, but that's okay.
I'm sorry, there was a wonderful moment last night. Spanky, yet again, critically fumbled. And
Four
he's
tries at
complaining,
picking
saying that
an electronic lock.
yeah, and he's moaning about it, and Retta just makes one roll, which is just breaks the
It
game. It's so
explodes,
good.
just-
It's everywhere. Poor Spanky.
Well, I think you guys now realize how much RNG just loves me.
Yes, obviously he does. They do. She does.
They do.
Ooh.
Non-denominational they.
Yeah, that's good. So anyway, my week, very quiet, to be honest with you. Very quiet. There have been faggots, which have been delicious.
Can't say that in Florida.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, no saying
no.
that in Florida these days.
Is it true that I'm illegal in Florida now?
You can't be mentioned in schools.
Yeah, but that's
Seems
just
right off the general.
that's just basically the paperwork I got from the court.
Yeah.
But,
That's standard operating procedure.
yeah, man. Oh
Florida
dear,
and Texas
Florida.
are in a race to see who's the bigger asshole. Right now, Florida is winning. So I'm waiting for Texas to come up with some stupid, idiotic thing.
Didn't Texas do the abortion thing?
They
Yeah.
By
did,
another
but
state.
Florida trumped them with the can't say gay thing. So now, what are you going to do, Texas? What now?
Pitchforks now.
Come on, Ted. You're letting your
That-
state down.
Texas are going to outlaw women.
They're gonna They're gonna keep
We
the
are
women. They're
heading
gonna
toward
outlaw
bans, mate, so-
uteruses.
No.
Yeah.
No. What they're going to do is they're going to make it so that way women are not allowed to hold jobs and that they're going to stay in the kitchen.
So basically, the Handmaid's Tale.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say they're going to rename themselves the Taliban. Basically.
No, they'll never
Yeah.
do that because those are brown people.
Oh, that's very true. I do apologize. Yes, don't want to offend their sensibilities.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You can't equate white racist politicians with brown people.
no, not at all. There's absolutely no correlation there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, moving on. News.
Do we have another Fensgate update?
No, not at the moment. Hasn't killed anyone, so that's a plus. I need to check it tomorrow because the wind's been a little bit stronger today.
The wind around
Say
here
str-
is going crazy too. If you notice my curtains behind me, they'll
So it's your fault.
flowing. Well,
Pretty
no,
okay
that's
here.
not my fault. I haven't had beans yet, so the
Ooh,
wind around
beans.
here is
That's
not
a good
my fault.
idea. That's a very good idea. Beans.
What, is the wind coming my way, Paco?
It's coming your way. We went up to 70 today. Right now it's
Yeah, we're
currently
at, like,
73
64.
degrees.
Oh.
73 in Syracuse. Our lawns are nothing but mud and dog poo.
Where's this conversation gone? I'm sorry.
We had
It
snow at the
was-
start of this morning,
Yeah, and the conversation's used it to skid off
and
somewhere.
it's all gone. So now we have nothing but mud and dog poo.
Ah, therefore, Axos must have landed.
Mhm.
That's all I'm thinking. Right, there's not any real news. Apparently there's going to be some sort of Doctor Who announcement after the end of Legend of the Sea Devils, which now has a broadcast date.
I believe Dr. Sinister has his hand raised.
Yes, please, sir.
We missed a bit of news from last week, actually.
Oh, do tell.
Professor Jones died.
Oh, Stuart Bevan. Yes. Oh, yeah, that is. I mean, never met him, but from what I
Really?
hear, lovely bloke.
Yeah, I saw him. He was at the Capitol 2 or 3 years back, whatever it was.
He also played Max in Death Watch, the episode of Blake 7.
All right. Okay. Well, that's it's sad. And like I say, everybody says he's such a lovely bloke. Got to feel sorry for Katie Manning
Yeah.
because I mean they were together at one point, just
were.
after the show. He was on the show. They split, but they've remained very good friends.
Yep.
And so you got to feel sorry for Katie. It's well, there we go.
Giant maggots will be happy, won't they?
Yeah.
Bad Purcell. May the floor suck you down. Right. So, no, there's no real news. We got anything interesting to talk about apart from sludge? No. Brian, hit it. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. What you guys didn't see, which I did, no, you guys saw it, but the people out in the outdoor land, the start of the Flashing Blade when we're playing the opening credits, The rest of us all have to stay quiet whilst Brian plays it. We all started dancing to an imaginary tune.
I did.
It was a bit like the Muppets. Yeah, you don't do dancing. Talking of which, anybody worked out the lyric puzzle for this show?
Well, isn't it? It's from WYSIWYG, isn't it?
Whizbit.
No.
Whizbit.
Oh,
Whizbit.
Definitely Whizbit, but I don't know how that connects to anything yet.
Paul Daniels was
okay.
in that, wasn't he?
He was. He was.
Lovely Debbie McGee.
That's her actual name, by the way. The lovely
It is.
Debbie McGee.
It's her legal name, yeah.
I think I have it.
Are there
Oh,
weeks
go on.
involved?
John Hurt, 1984.
Brilliant.
Jesus. That's amazing. I don't know how you do it. I mean, week after week, it's very good. I'm going to be honest with you. It's wrong, but it's very good. So
I go for
anyway,
consistency.
that is. You have an interesting consistency. It's a bit like soup combined with mud.
It's like a guppy drowning in Jello.
Okay, working my way through the language there. Guppy, fish. Okay, jello. Jelly. Right, got it. Two races separated by the same language. Right, so anyway, we're following on from last week. Where Doctor Who, of some description, we're not sure which, he's got attack eyebrows though, so it's that one, was about to shoot young Davros. And we find out what happens to Missy and Clara, because Clara's hanging upside down, and Missy's got a pointy stick, and it's a good pointy stick. We like the pointy stick. Which is familiar. Now, Sinister and I, again, did this for Two Fan Dinosaurs on Friday. That's on the YouTube channel. You can go and watch that.
And we will soon be commencing our epic Silurathon.
Oh,
Okay.
I was going to call it Eocena theme.
Eocena theme. Yeah.
I quite like that. No. Silura. Hang on, where'd you say it?
Silurathon.
Silurathon.
I don't know why it's so hard for her.
I'm old and crap. How many times do you need to be told?
Maybe every time she sees a Silurian, she goes mad and starts drawing on the walls.
Yeah.
So much explained right
That's
now.
what I want them to do. I want them to do a full production of the Big Finish Heritage. Sorry.
With the
Oh, do you mean a TV production?
roster.
Yeah, big
Okay.
TV production of
You
Heritage.
want a Paternoster Gang spin-off?
Yes. I've
Yeah,
wanted
I'm with
it
you.
since
I'm
they
right
first
there.
appeared.
I'm
should
right
have.
there with you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep,
should
right there with you. Totally. And it's not out of the loop yet. RTD's mentioned the whole multiverse thing. So you never know. If enough of you write in on Spirit on Dalek packs to the Flashing Blade, we'll pass on your comments to Russell T. Davies and let them know.
Or
Well,
this
worth a try,
week's
son.
currency. This
Oh,
week's currency.
we've got a
We
new
will
currency.
also accept queries on X-wing miniature huge ship conversion packs.
Yes.
My dealer has already spoken on this, and yes, I will be facilitating the transfer of cards.
That thing, what you said. Yes, okay,
Yeah, no.
or indeed send it in on that.
I need clicky
Intergalactic
eyes. I
arms
really
dealers.
do.
We've lost Retta.
I'm right there with her. I think you're talking about the Star Wars tabletop game,
The X-Wing game. Yes.
which we're now not going to be playing because Adam's not going to be there because
Well,
he's
you two
full
can
of the
play.
plague.
It's a two-person game.
If Sin's up for it, I don't know.
You
The
should.
thing is, we're going to have to. Most of it will just be us sitting there trying to work the rules out.
Why don't you go to the local game store and, pick up a table, put down the mat, put your minis
got that
out? I'm sure that someone at the local game store will know the game and be able to tell you, no, you're doing it wrong.
Oh yeah.
Or they could look at them in disdain for even attempting to play the game without knowing the rules first.
Yes. Yeah.
Then there's the whole Magic the Gathering crowd.
Oh,
I
there's plenty of
liked
that.
Magic the Gathering in my
I actually
youth.
got given.
I sold my Magic cards finally back in 2013.
I still have the whole Ice Age pack, like saved away,
I
thinking
sold,
it was going to be worth money.
I sold all mine
got-
for $1,300.
I
Wow.
got given these. It's an entire deck, apparently. But I got given these when I hosted a Magic the Gathering night for the Milk Bookshop, which was at a local restaurant, cafe, which is now folded because of the pandemic. Which is a shame because they were lovely guys. And I got given those. And then nobody came to the next one, so I've never played it since.
Reddit and I used to work at a shop where we had to do Magic
He was
tournaments.
my boss. That's how we met.
Sorry, I thought you could say magic tricks. I'm thinking, we're back to Paul Daniels again.
Yeah.
No.
I
no.
can
That and
connection.
Pogs.
Oh God.
The vat of Pogs. And that awful,
That
god
never sold.
awful penguin vest.
Hey, at least I was a cool boss.
Are you possessed?
No. She's detailing a past retail job we both shared.
Oh, right. So it's some sort of mental flashback she's having.
It's traumatic. for
Okay,
both of us.
I can see. Yes, very
Yeah.
much so. So anyway, the witch is familiar. Who would like to go first, Retta?
Yes,
You finally get a chance to say something.
something.
There we go. Moving on.
No, no, I actually watched this.
Hooray!
I did that today, and I remember how much I love Missy. I love her so much, and she should just be the master. End of story. She's awesome, or mistress,
Forever.
or whatever. Forever.
Yeah.
I mean, her quip about the doctor and the vampire monkeys had me cracking up again. I want a vampire monkey.
I forgot about that bit, and when we were doing the rewatch on Friday, I forgot that it finished with him falling into a vat of bloody monkeys, vampire monkeys. That's just hilarious. It
But
really
did
is.
you catch when Missy said something about her daughter?
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. I remember thinking to myself, daughter, wait, what? Huh? And then they moved on. Like
That's
nothing
what I'm
happened.
thinking happened. Because the Master and Doctor knew each other a long time.
Do you think that they...
Well, no, they didn't. But I
Oh,
think
man, that would have been better.
his son and her daughter married and produced possibly Susan, the doctor's
could be.
granddaughter.
Wait a minute. The doctor
Humans.
has a son?
We don't know.
Wow.
It could be
Oh, okay.
a daughter, but
He looks
has
like
a
William
granddaughter.
Hartnell.
I don't have a problem with that as a theory, but the only thing I will say is when shit like that happens in any series, be it sci-fi or otherwise, doesn't it make the universe that little bit smaller?
Got to agree with him.
Oh yeah.
I do. You're tying everything down. Don't tie it down. Let it be free and loose.
I just want to hear their
But
backstory.
it can be
Kangaroo down.
all sorts of different things. You don't need a backstory.
Yeah, I just
Susan's
want-
the Doctor's granddaughter. End of. If you want to know one backstory, look to the Book of Lungbarrow, which was the culmination of the Cartmel master plan for the Seventh Doctor, where we find out that the Doctor is in fact a reincarnation of this mysterious other, and that his very first trip in the TARDIS takes him back to early Gallifrey, just as Rassilon's come to power, and it's not going very nicely. And he ends up picking up the Hand of Omega, and then this girl recognizes him and calls him grandfather. Somehow she can sense the other in him. And so, because it's all kicking off, he takes her with him. And she just keeps calling him grandfather.
So
It's just
the other
fans
is
hating
now
it.
just a past regeneration of the Doctor.
Well,
we
it's like-
don't know anything about the other
it's
at
like
all.
a timeless child.
Yeah, it is a bit timeless child. But it's, again, that canon has now been moved on from.
Yes.
Uh,
And it is
with-
typical 80s fans worry about the Doctor having ever had children.
Mm.
We can't have the Doctor having sex.
I don't know. Him
This
and
is an
River got
exception.
it on.
Barrow.
End of.
Speaking
This
of
is an
Never
which,
read it.
I would there. It never happened, but I would have loved to see the Doctor, Peter Capaldi's Doctor, and Missy get it on, and then have River come and bitch slap her. That is my ultimate fantasy.
I think
sure
there's
it's
been an
fiction about
audio with River and Missy. I could be wrong. It might have just been something I saw on Twitter. So, did you enjoy this? What did you make of the old Davros scenes?
I did really enjoy this, but then again, I do like the Capaldi Doctor. The Davros scenes. I mean, the whole manipulating the Doctor, or thinking he manipulated the Doctor to give the regeneration energy to him. You know, you almost felt sorry for him, but then he turned out to be a dick. Which, that's Davros for you. He's a dick. Yes.
I just say, Andrew, can you turn the volume down a little bit, please? You're echoing back.
Oh,
Sorry.
how's that?
Carry on, Retta. Sorry.
All right. But yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it gave us a better understanding of the Daleks and like why they are the way they are. I did like that. I mean, especially with the whole Mercy thing. Why that was important, because the only reason why they have Mercy is so that way they could save Clara.
Problem is, they had Mercy. They said the word Mercy a lot in the Big Bang
Yeah.
back at the end of season 5.
Yeah, but I mean, it comes down
Rid
to
my
why they.
So
Supposedly that's the reason why they said Mercy, was because of the fact that the Doctor, at least my understanding of it was the fact that the Doctor realized that they need to have that word so that way Clara wouldn't end up being killed by him. When he thought
Now,
that she was just a
that is a
Dalek.
very interesting read of it. I've not heard that before. Anyone want to pick up on that?
Well, the Doctor
I think
showed mercy to little Davros simply to complete the cycle and get it in their DNA, since all the Daleks come from Davros's DNA.
Do we think time was changed so the Daleks understand the term mercy?
no. I think you're reading this all wrong. I think clearly the Daleks are French.
What?
Yeah.
They're saying
Just saying
merci.
thank you.
explains the smell.
That's brilliant.
Better.
That explains the sewers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Squeegee
They got a
bum.
whole Dalek city and not a single toilet.
Somehow I feel insulted, yet I'm not sure how.
Oh, question: do the Daleks actually eat? Because I mean, there is a biological component to Dalek.
I
Which
believe
means there's gotta
they
be some-
absorb nutrients through the casing. I think that's been described.
Remembrance
each
of
of
the
the
Daleks
Daleks.
novelisation does describe a nutrient tank, as well as
Each of
a
the
waste
Daleks.
tank.
Has
Okay.
it.
Well, you see, I haven't watched or read all this stuff, like
All right,
that.
no, this is good. It means we're getting a fresh view on things, Retta. I like this. This is what the Flashing Blade was originally started out to be, with Joe giving a fresh view. So please, just keep going.
I
Well,
kind
no,
of
I mean,
wanted
that's
to
pretty
hear
much-
Clara go when she's in the Dalek. Just say, "I have to pee." Just the whole "I have
Now,
to pee."
Sinister and I have a problem with that bit. She shouldn't have fitted in there.
No.
But that's always been the way, though.
I know.
Well, I mean, what I'd like to see in a scene like that is a scene where they not only pull the blob out, but they also pull out a whole load of machinery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, to be fair, there was a cut. They did cut away between getting the Dalek mutant out and then Clara sitting in. So I'd like to think there was a huge pile of machinery next to it.
Yeah.
It's awfully clean in there.
Because that's the other thing is we think it probably smells quite badly in there.
Yeah, we were feeling very sorry for Clara.
Not
be honest.
and not because of the sewage thing, but because I think Dalek mutants stink.
Yeah, well, we'll discuss the sewage thing, seeing as you brought it up. I'm not going to talk for Sin here, but I really didn't like that denouement. I thought that was just almost cheap laughs. I can't think of anything, so let's use the poo.
Well,
hello.
it's dead Daleks, really, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't
You know.
want to alarm you. The darkness is alive.
yes, my area of darkness has approached. Hello. Oh, and yes, show your bottom. Not unlike
Remember, her
Greta's cat, Jasper last
OnlyFans
night.
is.
Hello. Your name is not Jasper, it's Chestnut. Hello. Yes,
Well, also
Jasper was
remember
very good
Jenna
last night, wasn't he?
Jenna Coleman herself is pretty tiny.
She is,
So,
yeah.
She may have been the only one that could fit in the Dalek.
Interesting because that one incarnation of Clara, when we first meet the Claras, I guess,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
was
she
actually a
played her.
Dalek too.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, how small is Ian Chesterton?
Mm.
How
He's
small
pretty
was
tall.
Rebek?
Imagine he's
How
like
big
6
is a
foot.
sofa?
Well, quite. Twice half its length, probably. Adam, you're our guest, allegedly. Do you want to do you want to sneeze something over this way?
Yeah, okay, about a bit of COVID.
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. I do really like the scenes between Clara and Missy. I think those are great fun. It's always fun to see Clara being butterwood.
Yes. Yeah, to be fair. You're still cutting out, by the way.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think you might have a loose wire.
I think
So
he's got
as you
computer-
move,
Don't know what.
as you move, it's cutting you in and out.
Okay, I won't move.
Don't move at all.
Don't move, don't blink.
Don't blink.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the end. You say about the sewers. I don't mind that too. I do question how much regeneration was taken. It seemed like more than one regeneration's worth of energy there. Maybe it doesn't matter
Yeah.
now because Timeless Child and unlimited regenerations and all that, but
You make a fair point.
it seemed like that was a lot of energy taken. And it's never come back ever again. Consequence of all the Daleks be able to, well, I don't know
We
what happened to
mentioned
them.
that as well. I mean,
They regenerate
again,
their
the Timeless Children, the Cybermen did the same thing, essentially.
Yeah, but they haven't had a chance to come back yet.
Well, they
Daleks
got
have
blown,
been back
kablowed up.
several times.
Yeah.
And
No,
you'd
I
think
agree. It's
they
a
could
throwaway
probably-
thing which could have
Yeah.
actually been a lot more serious.
Yeah, yeah. But also the scenes, it's very much scenes of two people, this second episode. It's Clara, Missy, and the Doctor and Davros.
Yeah.
No scenes with the Doctor and Davros are brilliant.
Well, again, as we were saying, I think I may have said this last week, any Dr. Davros confrontation is gripping, and Moffat just made a complete story out of it.
Yeah, in almost the entire episode, those two were just talking, and it is really good.
What do we think of Davros opening his eyes?
Yeah, worked. That worked for me.
Oh, from Sin, Retta? I mean, you're coming to it fresh, so did that make any difference to you?
No, not really.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's great. So that's as valid an opinion as anybody else's. Brian, what do you think of it?
I was under the impression that because of his mutation, he didn't have eyes.
That's
It's not
always been the
mutation.
way. It's little husks. No, it's just age.
I don't
Not
think, yeah.
well. It's age and the fact that he was blown up in a freaking explosion.
Yeah, I don't think he did have eyes. He had them.
What else could have been blowing up in? I want to know now.
A balloon.
Are you saying Davros is a bouncy castle?
He could have been blown up in a balloon.
He could have been in a hamster ball.
What?
Human hamster balls, they're a real thing.
I know.
He's here.
Zorby.
I know.
Yeah, people get in them and roll on water and shit.
Khaled Attack Division 1 was composed entirely of those balls.
So much
Didn't do very
explained right there. Oh, for a world-class psychiatrist.
It was this episode where we saw Davros out of his chair, wasn't it?
It was.
It
Well,
was.
what's left of him.
He doesn't have a lower half.
We found
No.
that very gruesome.
And his left arm stops at the elbow. Or something like that.
Yeah, he's
And,
got a
well,
stump.
unless he's from Dapole.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lack of blood.
Why he hasn't got another arm, I have no idea. Because he got a new hand. So
He could
Retta
have
just
he
and
over
her
time.
knee thirst for blood.
could have cloned himself and put his consciousness into a new body. This is a guy that cured cancer.
Yeah.
Did he?
It kind of
Yes,
wakes up.
it's cure cancer.
Are you talking Necros?
I think it's referenced in possibly I Davros. Yes, they mention his cure for cancer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to know. Brian,
Yes.
do talking.
I thought this was a great episode. This is definitely the payoff from the Magician's Apprentice. Seeing Clara and Mary Poppins insane Missy, that's pure comedic gold. I mean, okay, so why do you have a stick? Well, I was feeling a little peckish and I thought I'd do a little hunting. Why am I tied up in case there's nothing to hunt? I mean, and then she pushes her down a 20-foot hole.
Yep. Who wouldn't?
To be
Yeah,
fair,
you appear to
Good thing
fall down a
handcuffs scene.
20-foot hole. Are you
Using
all
her
right?
for bait.
it's called tactical combat lure.
Yeah.
Just stand there and go quack.
We don't see the bit where she jumps in after and lands on Clara, the soft landing.
Well, yeah, you gotta. I mean, she's already down there. She's unconscious. You're not gonna hurt her much. And after
He needs an
that,
umbrella.
Yeah.
I think that her umbrella. She needs the umbrella just for the whole Viking scene. When the doctor tells her to come down,
Yeah, she should have come down that way.
just.
I think they're pushing it to doing it once.
I have a quick question.
By all means.
And this is mostly because I'm not as much into Doctor Who as the rest of you.
Never.
Does the Master have like some sort of sonic tool like the Doctor has?
He has a
Sonic
laser.
umbrella.
It's a laser
The
screwdriver.
Master has a laser screwdriver. Missy has a sonic.
and other
umbrella.
masters previously have had a tissue compression eliminator.
And indeed, the latest one has a variation on that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think
Plus
that's a
various
very
hits
that's a,
saturated around their body.
If I was to
I'm
meet
going to be
the
honest with you.
If I was to meet an early master incarnation, this is how I'd end up.
And that is an accurate model.
It is.
You just yeah. I can show you various Doctor Who stories in which something like that is how you end up.
And this is me, by the way. I made this. This is me.
It's a voodoo
Ah.
doll. He's put his consciousness into it. At night, it walks around the house.
It's a whole
Can we
crap.
use pins to like poke it?
I haven't dared try.
You know, I remember something like that from the movie Puppet Master. No, nobody here has seen Puppet Master, have you?
No.
For
All your
those of you
references
who
are
have
lost.
seen Puppet Master, comment below.
Oh God.
And while
Oh,
you're there,
God.
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you never miss a vid.
Yeah, fair enough. Which reminds me, after the show, but before you go, I've got something to say. It's a nice thing. Don't worry. Right, well, carry on then.
Oh,
Or have you finished?
no! I love this episode. This is a great episode. I mean, you have
He's
the
gone back
doctor
to the top of the
squaring
page.
off against Davros, and Davros is playing him up. I mean, he's just trying like he's a harp from hell. The problem is, he lets the doctor take his sunglasses. Now, we all know they're sonic sunglasses. Nobody else does, though. You know, and he's like, don't touch that, don't... I only have one pair of these.
Which is a lie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just point something out here? Right this moment, I'm wishing that Action Man figure had a string you could pull out so you get various sinister sayings, and the mouth would work like a ventriloquist's dummy.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That would be
You got-
frightening.
It would. It would be fucking brilliant.
I told you, Puppet Master. It's a horror movie. You should watch it.
Right. Yeah.
I made him. He's a custom. I made him.
How?
3D.
Scan your face?
Has he got
Basically,
eagle eyes?
In the 60s, there was a G.I. Joe set which had a mask.
Oh, yeah.
And I put the mask on and I've glued it on and I've painted it and painted the moustache and,
Yeah.
and I made him.
So it's
I've got
basically
a Dr. Who as well.
Auton you.
Yes, it's-
Miniature Auton me.
Mini Auton you. Yeah. You now need some very bad CSO lounge for it to run across.
He's got a briefcase full of guns
Oh,
well, that's
you've always
good.
wanted one of them. Oh dear.
Why
Adam,
haven't you made a miniature of you, Paco?
No.
he's left it to the Witcher's Coven. Adam,
Hello.
hello. Before you die, would you like to tell us something about this?
Something else I haven't said already.
Spoken.
Yeah, I will
That's it?
mention Julian Bleach. I think you did an amazing performance as Davros here.
It's a nice balance between Malloy and Wisher.
Yeah, because particularly Malloy, maybe, because we had Karma Davros is like Revelation. He didn't rant so much, and here we've got a non-ranting
Revelation,
Davros.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
yeah, really-
Sorry, who have I missed out? Oh, Sinister, obviously.
Hello.
Hello. Have you got anything more to say apart from on Friday night?
Don't
Does
like
that
the
make
fact that
sense?
Davros's head was doing this because his head should
It
be
should be
supported
pinned
because
to the back. Yep.
he's a cripple basically.
That's what the nipple
Um,
thing was for, wasn't it?
Didn't like the whole eyes thing. Apart from that, it was all right.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's our review of The Witcher's Familiar.
2015. Hard to believe it's 2015.
Yeah, I know we were having date
Seven
trouble.
years ago.
7 years.
I've always had date trouble when it comes to Capaldi. I know, it's time marches on, boys and girls. It really does. Big Finish. Slight problem.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't receive Unit Nemesis until yesterday evening. I've managed to listen to 2 parts, and I'm in the third part with Brigadier Bambera. The second one is actually quite funny. They're up against the Dominators. It is. It's yeah, and I wish I should have had it here. The name of the gentleman who plays Harry Sullivan now, because he's hitting every single note pitch perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
that
heard
good.
it.
Nice.
I'm still no idea why Harry is a younger Harry is in modern day, but I'm there for it. More Harry Sullivan is always a good thing. Yeah, let's hope he never clams up. Sorry. Come on, that was a good one. Ah, dear.
Christopher
But I've
Mather.
enjoyed the 2 parts. The first part is a sort of continuation from the previous box. In fact, the whole thing's a continuation from the previous box set. It has to do with the 11 and this Arch and the Volprine and what's happened to the reporter that vanished at the end of the last box set. The second one, like I say, is not connected. It's the Dominators. Sorry. At least I managed to get through this without falling asleep. I can't do that with the Dominators. I fall asleep every time.
Not the domination.
It's just not my thing. I leave that to Sinister. Yeah, so I wish I could bring you a proper Big Finish review, but I'm afraid I can't. I just haven't had, like I say, it's too short notice, unfortunately. I don't know what happened this week. I sent them an email on, I think, Friday? Yeah, I think Friday, and then it turned up in my inbox on Saturday evening, and I sent them another email to say, thank you, I've got it. Yeah. Enjoying what I'm hearing so far. So on the basis of that, I'd recommend it. There we go. Like I say, I'm halfway or thereabouts into the third story with Brigadier Bambera. She's sounding a bit posher than she used to.
Oh, shame.
Well,
Shame.
quite. But it's an interesting story. I'm enjoying it. There's 2 periods of unit at work, which is nice. It's nice to hear something of the Bambera period of unit, quite
Well,
frankly.
they need to bring it in now. They're doing box sets with her. Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. There's
News.
another era, a third era of the unit going on. Yeah. So we got Pertwee era, Osgood and Kate era, and now Bambera.
Oh, I'm there for that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely there for that, because the good thing about the Bambera era is you can still have the occasional guest from Lethbridge Stewart.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Well, yeah.
Is Benton going to turn up?
He's turned up. Oh, hang on. He has turned up in a modern day unit story.
Yes.
And he's turned up in
did
some
pretty
Pertwee
much.
ones. Pretty much, yeah. That surprised me. Yeah. So that's our Big Finish review. Now then, pick a moon base, any moon base, shuffle it, return it to the pack. Let's go for Star Cops, shall we?
Okay.
Right. Well, yes, it's the last episode of Star Cops, Little Green Men and Other Martians. Nathan has to go off to Mars to apparently start setting up Star Cops up there. In the meantime, something is, big surprise here, something is going wrong. Oh dear. Things are blowing up and it's terrible and I've actually forgotten what happens, I will admit. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Apparently, they're bringing back a Martian from Mars, or a Martian artifact, would be a better way of putting it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Powell is an antiquities expert, so to speak.
Wow.
Antiquities is wrong. But you know what I mean. Paleontology, archaeology, sort of thing. And she recognizes. Thank you. Yes, and she recognizes it for what it is. It's a main thing. And this is a bit of a con. Unfortunately, the guy behind it isn't. He's trying to hide it and whatever. And the bad guy turns out to be the guy you most expect it to be, because he has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the plot until the end.
He did.
This was very enjoyable. Let's go over to one of our experts, Dr. Sinister.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this was setting up for a second series, where, as you say, Nathan et al. Were due to go to Mars to set up a branch office of the ISPF. There you go. He's got it there. Mars too. Yep. It's an interesting one. We finally get to see an aspect of the Martian colonies, plural. We see a Martian rover, and it's all very red on Mars. It's not really that red on Mars. It's not really. It's quite boring, actually. Anyway, never mind.
Pussycat.
Yeah, quite a sort of interesting opening. People turning up on the moon base, and they shouldn't be there because turns out the Russians had a secret deal to land the freighter early so they could get a look at this artifact. And then, of course, there's this second plot of someone trying to smuggle a Mayan artifact out to Mars. And how could that possibly be linked? Well, of course, it all hooks up together. Can I just say, though, it's very 80s in its approach of police interrogations. I mean, Davis was about to throw two people out of a moon buggy.
It was very Gene Hunt.
And also there was another bit as well. I think I can't remember. I'm sure I had it in my.
Larwood having drink.
That was it. Yeah. Basically, it's all a bit police bully boy. I'm not sure you'd get away with that now. Also, one thing I noted, we see a slightly modified moon rover because they've got 4 seats in them now.
Oh, I never noticed that before. Yeah, right.
Before this, they've only ever had 2 seats. So either it's a modified one, or they have 2-seater ones and 4-seater ones. I don't know. Anyway, but the bit at the end where Larwood's trying to blow up the base, and Nathan Spring's very angry. He's like, "You bastard! You would have done it, wouldn't you?" And he pressed that button. He was quite prepared to kill everybody to protect his little secret. Yeah, I mean, obviously Theroux's missing from this episode, but I didn't really notice very much, to be honest.
They mention it, don't they? Hello, little pussycat.
Yeah, and also it's quite sad, really. The last kind of shot, we sort of pan across the remaining members of the ISPF before Nathan says anyone for Mars, and that's the end of it. And that's all we see of them.
Then the Federation troops come in.
Yep. And kill everyone.
Yeah. You can just imagine every single TV series that has to end. That's how it ends.
I think that
What I
would be
did
awesome.
like, there was some nice directorial flourishes. I mean, there was a nice
Graham
shot of
Harper again.
Yes.
There was the freighter heading for the moon, and you've got the two astronauts talking. I love that shot of it just kind of approaching. And then there was another shot of the camera just kind of dollies up to the lander inside the hangar of the moon base. Where we see the guy rigging the explosives, and also we get to see the moon base kind of hangar. It was, I liked it. It's good, and it's a damn shame that's all we see of Star Cops, really.
Yep.
Really is.
Retta, did you manage to see this?
I did not. I forgot about this, honestly.
That's all right, my love. It's not
the
a problem.
final
Brian.
episode. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Brian.
I like this one.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm
Jesus.
a sucker for. There are several things I am a sucker for: Antarctica, Lost Civilizations, and Mars.
So 2 out of 3 boxes ticked there.
2 out of 3 boxes hit here. I liked the fact that they found the Mayan artifact before they put it all together.
Yeah.
And the one cop's like, look, I minored in anthropology or whatever the hell she said.
Art or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. That's mine. That's genuine.
Deems his incredulity on that.
Yeah.
Can you see
And
those in art?
that the whole subplot of finding an artifact on Mars hit all the boxes for me. That was great. Having the cop threaten to make the two guys walk on the moon, and then loudly telling the other police officer, "Don't pick up hitchhikers."
I was actually impressed that she understood the subtext there.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
been
also
around
loved it how they
20
had
years.
the media person come in right in the middle of that conversation.
Yes.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
beautiful.
That's funny.
Pulling it all together was great. The only thing I didn't like was the cliche of blowing up Nathan.
Okay.
Yes.
Did wonder if you believed it. It is the final episode, so they could have done.
I know, it is
the
the
thing
final
is-
episode. They probably should have done it, you know?
The thing with that is Nathan works it out and doesn't get on board the ship. Doesn't think to tell the crew.
Yeah. You could have saved some lives there.
I don't think he thought they were going to blow the ship up. He just thought he'd hang around to catch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, with me
what's
out of
his
the
name
way, they'll
Yeah.
be more open. Well, how are you going to be out of the way? Boom. Oh.
Yeah.
Oops. My bad.
We need to say hello to Casino Thanks,
Philpot, that's it.
Deloctux, Lurks
Oh.
again, and Streamlabs.
Are they giving away free casino tickets?
I have no idea. I think we're talking more bots here. Anyway.
Bots.
Yes, they pay in rubles, don't you know?
Bots of death.
Yes, anyway, Adam.
Another
Wrap
one
us up, please.
Another one of my favourite episodes. It's back to Boucher again. That wonderful dialogue. So with that scene in the recreation room between Spring and Daniel Larwood. Brilliant.
Yes.
The back and
Yes.
forth between those two. Absolutely brilliant.
When he's being recorded.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And also, when you go back and watch it later, you actually see the woman in the background writing on a notebook.
Yeah.
To the fake autograph thing as well. So, yeah. Very clever. It is a shame that we've got no Theroux. And it's amazing that they just reallocated his lines to different characters.
I never bought him as an actor. I didn't think the actor did a great job of the character. I really didn't. It just
Now
seemed
he's
a bit
dead.
wet.
Okay.
Sorry. There you go.
I didn't mind him. It's a shame they've never. I think they've once mentioned him in the Big
Middle
Finish
East
stuff,
John.
but hardly at all. It's a shame. I really like the character of Daniel Larwood too.
Yeah, that would have been a
Bloody
returning character.
Yeah,
I
I
reckon
love
maybe
the line.
once a series or something.
I love the line, "It doesn't rain on the moon," because he's walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely got a self-image thing going on there, hasn't he?
Oh,
He's got-
very much so.
That and
Yeah.
the whole, you're going to tell me not to leave town? No. It's the moon. Where are you going to go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
Where
sure
you
you go
gonna
get on the
go?
shuttle. Yeah.
We're in frickin'
Yeah.
space.
Also, we have great stuff between Kenzie and Spring as well. They've really come along. You
Yep.
can tell they really like each other. They don't want to like each other, but there's a grudging respect. And
Well,
affection.
she's really upset when he supposedly dies, and she's
Yeah.
really upset that he's going to be going.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where would that
Did
have
you guys
gone? I don't
get
know.
a subtext that she maybe had a thing for him?
Oh, you say that about
No,
every
with the
program.
goodbye, with the long goodbye, right before the ship.
It would have been interesting to see where that would have gone come series 2, which leads me on to, as a whole, what do we make of Star Cops as a solid entity? And did it deserve a series 2? What would have happened if they had? Anybody want to chip in on that?
I know what their plan was. I was just listening to the commentary on the final episode today.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yes, please.
Boucher does say a little bit about it, and his plan was that he'd bring in a couple more permanent members of the ISPF, and he split them out a bit more, so he might have them out on Mars and the Moon and go between them a bit like that. Obviously, they wouldn't be able to travel because it's distance involved, but they could.
Christ, it's CSI, isn't it? CSI Mars, CSI Moon.
Yeah.
I like.
interesting.
Well, I mean, in that topic actually of being able to talk, Nathan's line about "I don't want to see this place fall to pieces once I've gone," and
Yeah.
Kenzie says, "You won't. There's no video link between here and Mars."
Don't know how that can be, but I suppose they've got really low bandwidth or something. I don't know.
It's not that. There's also planetary positioning.
the time factor, as Tom Baker would have said.
Yes.
Well,
Bugger off. Bugger off. I gotta fly. Bugger off.
Fly.
Fly.
Dead bodies are causing flies again.
You know what gets rid of them? Spiders.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you. What gets rid of spiders? 4 cats.
Then what do you get to eat the cats?
Nothing.
Hang on.
Oh,
What was
okay.
it? It's fly, spider, Rickleton, Tickleton, Rickleton, cider. I can't remember the rest of it. Apart from the
I do
horse.
I do like the fact in this one they're using the moon, as we likely will use it, as a gateway to Mars and beyond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again,
I mean, it's a lot easier to launch from the moon than it is from Earth.
yeah, get good hard SF type stuff.
Well, they're talking about being able to synthesize rocket fuel on the moon from the water, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And hydrogen.
Yeah.
Yes, let's just use up new stuff.
I'm
Once
not.
it's
I'm
gone,
not
it's
a
gone.
religious. I'm not a religious person, but it's almost as if it's been put there deliberately to say, "Come on, guys, this is your leg up."
Yeah, yeah. Then we get out to the asteroid belt. Maybe we can find mice out there, and
Aliens.
See,
Yeah, and
I've
I-
always thought that the asteroid belt is a broken up planet.
Yeah.
I always thought that. The 3rd planet. No, 5th planet. Sorry, 5th planet.
Of the Fendal.
Yes, that's the planet of the Fendal.
Well, there's actually, yeah. I mean, when you think about it, life in this solar system is quite incredible. It's happened, but there's 2 main reasons we have life in the solar system. The first one is Jupiter, which sucks up a lot of the crap that incoming from interstellar space,
Yep.
and then the moon doing a similar job, orbiting the Earth, protecting us. It's
Oh,
and
no,
also
It's not 100%.
the magnetic field of the planet as well. It's quite kind of amazing, really.
The
Yep.
only thing the moon hasn't done would be stop the Taurid meteor shower a couple thousand years ago.
Mm.
Because we pass through the Taurid meteor shower twice a year,
Yeah.
and they believe that meteors from that have crashed into Earth during the Ice Age, and that's what created the Younger Dryas extinction event.
Okay. Right. It
No,
can't
I
be
don't-
everywhere at once, can it?
No.
No,
You're making this educational
Adric was
again.
everywhere at once.
Yeah, sorry.
Right, so that was science, boys and girls. From the flashing blade.
So
Ah, dear.
I would have seen personally. I don't know what you think, Adam. I think it's criminal that Star Cops didn't continue.
yeah.
I don't think it would have been a super long lasting series. I would anticipate maybe running to 3 series at most.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. But if it's anything like this, I'd be more than happy to have another 2 series of this. Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
shame even that it took so long to do the big finishes.
I think this series is just yet another chapter in the long list of science fiction shows that didn't get a fair shake. Things like Space
Yeah.
Rangers, Space Above and Beyond,
Yeah.
Star
Yeah.
Cops,
Firefly.
Firefly.
Firefly,
Yeah,
of
Firefly.
Yeah.
Fucking Fox.
Are you guys gonna do that?
More on that story later.
Sorry.
That's all right. Don't have to apologise, Jesus. How are
Don't
you
worry,
supposed to
Red
know what's
Ames
in my head?
misbehaved.
If you know what's in my head, I'm really sorry for you.
If we knew what was in your head, we'd scream.
Could you possibly just let me know?
CJD.
Yeah. So anyway, next door, slightly south of the Gravitron, and in the next postcode to the Shadow Moon base, we have Moonbase 3.
Opposite the road from the Cyber Moon base.
Yeah, do they have another moon base?
Yeah, they had a base on the far side of the moon in Attack of
Far
the
side of the
Cybermen.
moon. Yes, yes, you're quite right. Yeah, no Moonbase Alpha. Obviously, it's gone.
Along with the moon.
Yeah, yep. Quite frankly, how an egg can. I mean, the surface tension must be amazing to support all those various moon bases. It's brilliant.
It's really thick.
Yeah.
Damn straight. So anyway, on Moonbase 3. Anybody spot the connection between Star Cops and Moonbase 3?
Well, the David Calder thing.
David
Yeah.
Calder. Now then,
Bizarre, isn't it?
it is. Now, we're not going to go into this in a huge way. Unless you enjoyed it and you want to do it. I somehow suspect not.
The moon is surprisingly spongy.
It is.
And it rings
is
like a bell when it's hit.
Which is odd because it's made of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, you're doing the next line of this poem.
They all smell the French people.
Doesn't really scan, but okay.
It smells of elderberries.
Right. Yeah, Moonbase 3 was an early 70s attempt by Barry Letts and Terrence Dicks. Not so much to do with Star Cops, but again, to do another, well, I'm saying another, the original, proper SF series based on the moon. In this one, something goes wrong. Michael Wisher goes a bit nuts. And this is a great one, by the way, if you want to spot Doctor Who actors. Michael Wisher's there as the astronaut. You've got Jeffrey Palmer there. I'm sure there was somebody else, but
Nyder was in there.
Yeah, Peter Miles was there. And it was a very quick role, so I'm suspecting he'll be back later in the series. I've got the rest of the series, what exists of it. I might have to go back and watch that. However, it is on YouTube, so anybody can go and watch Moonbase 3.
Well, the thing is, you sent us a link to episode 1. It was a 15-second long clip.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you manage to find a full of the version?
I put it in the chat, but you didn't reply. I did find it on YouTube.
That's
However,
what I was-
However, as a follow-up comment, the Out of the Unknown link you sent me was covered with commentary, and I haven't watched it.
Wasn't
Yeah,
covered in
it was
commentary with me.
awful.
It was a Toby Hidoki commentary all over it.
I could only watch
What?
I could only watch like 5 minutes of it, and then I scoured the net trying to find.
To watch it myself, I downloaded it from my Google Drive, and just streamed it.
To be fair, I watched the
I streamed it on my phone,
No Place
and I
Like
didn't get
Earth.
any commentary. I didn't get any commentary
I didn't
at
get
all.
any commentary at all.
And you guys must have the magic touch because I mean there was these 3 guys just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking.
Oh, I'm fascinated now. Hang on a moment. Where did I put the link?
You put it
Flash
in
and
the
Blade
Flash and
General.
Blade chat, and you'll find a comment from me saying it's covered with commentary.
Okay.
But then I went and found Moonbase 3 on YouTube, so that was fine.
Yeah, I watched
Yep, I
it
did the
on
same thing.
YouTube while I was painting this morning.
Hang on. I'm just opening it up now. Eventually. doing it through Google, so I'm watching it on Google itself rather than downloading it.
There are 2 audio tracks on that No Place Like Earth.
Ah, see, mine probably only went with the one.
Ah, yes.
It
Now,
depends
how
on
do you
what player
change-
you use, I believe.
How do
Yes.
you change?
I've got VLC here. Just
Right
there's
click
a
it.
audio track thing.
Yeah, I used
Ah.
VLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
know I
No,
could
no,
do
you're
that.
right, because like you say, clicking it on Google, you automatically get the track. So you got that to look forward to. But anyway, Moonbase 3. Right? And it's just, compare and contrast, basically. I'm not saying...
Yeah,
Go
I
into
wasn't
it.
that
Just-
into it.
If you thought Ernie Starkott was dull,
Yeah. Yeah, I was painting
It doesn't
while I
get
was
much
watching
better.
it, so... I shouldn't say that. I was painting while it was on.
it seems to be trying to take a leaf out of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
It-
it's trying
and it-
way too hard.
Yeah,
I had the whole series on VHS when it was released. I don't really remember much of it, which means I probably didn't watch it very much. But they're trying to go with the everyday normalcy of space travel,
Mhm.
and the bureaucracy of it, and it's not really terribly interesting. And in fact, I looked up something subsequently, and I think Barry Letts is quoted as saying he admits that it was a bit too focused on the humdrum everyday stuff rather than the wonder of space.
Fair enough.
these Starkotts, you have
I
the other
just-
element.
Sorry, Rachel.
I just got, the fact that it made the British sound whiny. Because everything they were going through, they were talking about how the Americans and the Russians could just do whatever they want and they couldn't.
Well,
I
yeah,
found...
the European station was under threat, wasn't it?
I discovered an old diary from 2017.
Not that old. But okay.
This is the only time I've ever managed to keep a diary for any period of time.
Well,
Managed to get into
it's a pre-apocalypse diary.
Well, yes.
True.
Future historians, if there are any, please let us know. So I was flicking through it. I think I started to do it when I was at Milk because I needed something to do. Anyway, hang on.
So
Hang on.
it's best
Right
actually
there.
you can do.
This is important.
Auntie Maggie's birthday.
Here it is. This is my only entry about Moonbase 3.
Okay.
David Calder is a shouty man. Okay. That was it.
Well, that kind of goes for both David Calder and Nathan Spiller.
It does, yeah.
Sorry, but
yeah.
what a dick that the second director guy is?
David Calder, yeah.
He was a dick in this episode.
He's Welsh.
Well, what I don't
Look you.
understand is he's there partly to investigate the death of the previous director and the shuttle pilot.
Yeah.
And in order to kind of bring home to the people that work on the moon how dangerous working on the moon is, he takes them out in a shuttle and then dumps them on the surface of the moon and says, "You're fucked now, matey boys." And what the fuck is going on?
Even David wouldn't do that.
Wow. If that wasn't free Google,
And then
I
his
don't know what was.
American, then his American buddy turns up. Not just any American guy, but the fucking coordinator of the American Moonbase 1 turns up in a moon buggy that clearly can only hold 2 people at most, and they've got to now get 5 people inside.
Oopsies.
Put them on their
Oh.
laps.
Yeah.
I've done it, okay? I've had more than the 4 people in the car at once. It's not comfortable, but it can be done.
I can do
Legally
5 in
prohibited.
mine, but it'd be a bit of a tight squeeze in the back. because I don't have much
Also-
legroom in the back of my car.
Also, the
I will
acceleration
soon
counts
discover.
on board that shuttle were made of hard plastic.
That's a fair point. Spotting a flaw in their thinking there.
It's the future.
Mm.
Now this definitely tested my bounds of. I broke my rule for you. I never watch anything that was made before 1980. So
Loretta!
I watched this for you, and the technology that they had, and I understand it's because it's from 1970, but the whole Morse code thing or whatever they were doing with that long plastic telephone communicator thing, I was just like, what the hell is this?
Now you understand why
space
Brent and I
phone.
yell at war games.
It's a megabyte modem, everyone.
Indeed.
Oh dear. Very roughly, did you enjoy watching it? Just as a,
Right.
as an interesting amuse-bouche to Star Cops.
It was all right.
Don't know.
Bit dull.
Yeah,
got
we
two
won't
novels
be
done.
continuing with it. I'll probably carry on watching on YouTube because I like binge stuff, and I don't think I ever managed to make it to the end of the last time I tried.
As I say, I seem to recall that in the final episode, there's an escalating war on Earth, and I think it ends with them not knowing if there's still life on Earth.
Oh wow.
Well, I hope that's because yesterday was Saturday, March the 5th. All this is coming to haunt me. Right. Sorry, Saturday, March the 5th. That's when Thread started.
Why you gotta do that again?
Sorry.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry,
Flashbacks, really. You gotta warn people.
sorry, man. Just be glad you didn't get to see the War Games. Now that next
By
week,
the way, by the way, there is a theory going around that because Putin hates the Britons so much, the first target he'll probably go for is London.
Oh wow.
Has Putin been expelled from the Evil League of Evil yet? Because I know that they're no longer doing business with Russia.
You'd have to ask Bad Horse.
Okay.
I actually know that reference.
yeah, I got that reference. I'm a living meme.
And that's only because I watched Dr. Horrible sing along.
Yeah, that's where it's from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So next week, I'm changing it a little bit.
Oh god.
I've realised that Day of the Triffids is essentially the equivalent of a 6-part Doctor Who story. Therefore, it is not too much to ask people to watch it. All of it.
25-minute episodes. Then.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we're going to do the whole of Day of the Triffids rather than
Are
splitting
you
it into
are you
two.
trying to rush out the review before we all die?
Yeah. Got to do something.
So just let me know when you hear the.
Got my Blu-ray here.
Hey, he's watching it on
Yay.
Blu-ray. I'm not. I'm watching it on DVD.
I've got the Blu-ray. I've heard bad things about the Blu-ray.
Is it on
just say-
YouTube?
There's a bit of controversy about the Blu-ray because
Brett,
apparently
you
they
can have
redid.
it as well.
Okay,
Hang on,
thank you,
one
Paco.
conversation at a time.
Apparently they redid the opening titles and they used the wrong font.
Is that it? Is that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, doesn't sound
The
too bad to me.
horror, the sacrilege.
God,
does
all my
anybody
years
really
as a
care?
Doctor Who fan have been a waste.
I know.
My DVD copy is currently on loan to someone, so I haven't had a chance to double check it. But to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck.
That's not me,
That's
is it?
it. Yeah. I just
thought
thought
I
it was
bought
really
my
bad
own.
transfer. Okay.
It's not you, no.
Okay, I thought I bought
I
mine.
know other people.
No.
No. Who? Give us their names.
Yeah, and addresses.
Are they good
We're going
people?
to sort this
Even
out.
Helen.
Do we
Do
know,
we know
who
their
they're from?
parents? Do we know who they're
Sorry?
from? That's an interesting way of putting it. Right, so next week we're looking at The Day of the Triffids, the BBC television adaptation, which I think Sinister mentioned a few weeks back is probably the closest thing you're going to get to the real thing, to the book. And the book
Oh,
is
yes.
superb.
Very much so.
And then after that, we will be doing Firefly.
Will we?
We will.
Okay.
Yay!
You
And
happy
the
with that,
film?
boys and girls? And Serenity. Of course, we'll do Serenity.
Well, you have to.
All right.
It's the bookend.
Yeah.
I've got it all
Yeah,
here.
both with Serenity, aren't they? Both the beginning and end.
Space Cowboys.
This is not in an attempt to get Adam to stay around. However, you are welcome, but I'll understand it.
Tempting.
It's a case of, well, we're here if you want to. So, yeah, but talking of John Wyndham, who wrote Day of the Triffids, in case you needed to know, the first episode of Out of the Unknown.
Have we?
It's
done this
almost
before?
wreath. We haven't, no.
Because I remember the story.
No, we've not done
From
this.
something.
No. It's basically an adaptation of a John Wyndham short story. And its roots as a prose piece show quite a lot. It's a very old school way of telling a story on television. To be fair, there's a lot of narration, and you just essentially just seen scenes from the book which are linked together by narration. It's basically a story of man taking his diseases with him to space, and I'm talking social diseases rather than
VD.
No,
VD.
You're not talking VD. You're talking.
But we're talking fascism.
Yeah.
So they're not. So they didn't take COVID with them.
No.
No,
They also
fascism.
didn't take syphilis.
Fascism.
Same thing.
Syphilis,
and-
fascism. It's about
oh,
the
for
same.
fuck's sake!
It just requires a shot.
I fucking hate you, Brian. Oh dear. He's taken fascism. Indeed, Eric Klieg is there, calling everyone fellow. And I think Jeffrey Palmer is in this, and I may
Yeah.
be wrong. He may not. Yes, he was in this. He was not. He wasn't in Moonbase 3. He was in this. But there's been a lot of Doctor Who actors thrown at us this week, so it's an easy mistake to make. I found this. How can I be kind?
Of its time.
A little heavy-handed.
Bit pious. Rather Reithian in nature. Which is John Reith, who created the BBC, had some very strict tenets for the BBC. And so nowadays, anything really educational, really pious, or very literature, it's very Reithian in its whatever it is. It's a slow watch. It is a slow watch. And obviously the parallels, they're hammered home. It's not subtle. Yeah. That's all I can say, really. I'm sorry. Who'd like to go next?
Did watch it today, so I can say a few things.
Okay, please, yes.
It did feel like they were trying to be very earnest about it.
Yes, that's pious. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Doctor Who, although they're both made by the same department. Both made by the drama department of the BBC.
Yeah.
One, you get the feeling they put a lot of money and time into. And then Doctor Who, they
Yeah.
not so much. Because they clearly they spent a fair bit of money on the sets, and even though they've reused maybe some of the stuff from the Aztecs, which is probably a story, in their stores anyway. And they went out onto a river to film some stuff. Yeah, so they put the effort in there. They were trying to make this a big series.
There was a nice plate shot with the hills behind it when he's on the river. That looked quite good. Reminded me of Skaro.
Wasn't?
Well, quite.
Ah,
Yeah,
Sorrow.
Skaro. Yeah.
So this would have been 65-ish, wasn't it? I think this first one.
Yep.
So a couple of years after Doctor Who started, and around about the time when the space race was really starting to heat up, I suppose. So presumably that's why they wanted to go for a sci-fi anthology rather than just a general anthology.
I think it's more than that. I think they'd seen the success of things like The Twilight Zone in America, and they had a desire to bring proper science fiction works to the screen. They were basically casting around looking for ideas,
It's a
for
bit
content.
different. Bit different though, because here they're going very much for sci-fi staples.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
But whereas something like Twilight Zone is
that's because it's the BBC.
more original content, and it's not strictly sci-fi all the time. It's horror or psychological horror stuff like that. This is very sci-fi, completely from what I can tell. Not that I've seen more than one.
Well, this one episode is. There are other different episodes. Obviously, it's an anthology.
Yeah.
But
Like,
this one, this I think is a case of they're setting out their stall. We do classic science fiction, but it doesn't. It goes on from there. It does blossom from there.
Yeah. So I think maybe because obviously by this point they've done Quatermass, sort of kicked off sci-fi on BBC.
Pathfinders.
Yeah. Doctor, of course, is more family stuff, so they wanted something for the adults, and that's
I think this was a 9 o'clock BBC Two job.
Yeah.
This is only when BBC Two had just started. So, Brian, come on, you're American.
You are?
Yes.
We like to announce it every now and again, just to remind people.
She likes to remind everybody I am American. I have not defected to Mars yet. Yet.
Which America are you from? North or South?
East.
I want to go.
Hawaii.
Fashionable part.
Oh no, hang on a second, Rockall.
No.
Right, come on, do
I want to
talking
say
about
sane.
Yeah. This reminded me a lot of the Martian Chronicles.
I understand. Yes.
And even though it did have Mars in it, featuring prominently, which is normally one of my check boxes.
Yep.
This did not check that box.
No, I can understand. I do understand. Yeah.
It was a bit heavy-handed in its portrayal of everything. The reuse of the Aztec scenery kind of really sunk it for me, and having the whole native Martians just really didn't work for me. It felt more of an allegory for, well, one of the recent wars when it was out. I want to say Korean War was the closest.
Okay.
Guy goes off to war, comes back, finds, maybe I should have just stayed there, And really, colony on Venus, walking around, everything's gray, the water's gray, the sand is gray, the plants are gray.
Yeah,
but we have monkeys. We have monkeys.
In space
Are they
helmets.
vampire monkeys?
No, they're space monkeys in helmets.
Space monkeys in space helmets.
Yeah, no, it just didn't work on a bunch of levels.
I mean, it's probably a fascinating short story to read.
Yeah.
I mean, there are Wyndham tropes he uses in Day of the Triffids. Day of the Triffids. Basically, them saying that, the world is over. Strong men have to lead. We're going to use slaves. In Triffids, it was blind people. It's very similar.
Like I said, it invoked memories of the Martian Chronicles. The problem was, it wasn't as good as the Martian Chronicles.
But that was a big thing, wasn't it, when it was made? I know they made a big thing of it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Martian Chronicles was huge, and it was really
With Rock
well
Hudson.
That's right. Yes, Rock Hudson. Yeah. I think it was the first shock AIDS death.
As far as being in an anthology series, my favorite anthology series will usually be the Outer Limits from the 1990s.
Yeah, I saw some of that. That was quite good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sand Kings and all that other stuff.
Giant spiders.
Giant spiders and,
aliens nuking America.
Kirsten Dunst turning into a kind of alien thing.
Explains a lot.
Well, we're going to get all sorts of different things in this. Retta, did you get a chance to watch this or not?
My only comment on here was the commentary was horrible.
Oh, that had commentary as well. Really? It's a different thing.
Yes. Yes, it was so horrible. I couldn't even... I got through 10 minutes of it before
Guys, can we find a way of turning this comment? Download it and then play it. on your own player rather than Google.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I'm not very
No. It's that's a suggestion because I've only just found this out myself. You know, by looking at it, if you click on it, it plays on the Google Player where you get the commentary. Okay, I didn't get it therefore because I downloaded it and played it on VLC. I didn't get the commentary.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's what you need to do. You need to download it and play it. I'm guessing.
Just like we'll talk after.
Please
the
stop
show.
being so defensive. Please. You are welcome here.
You're here.
She's looking like a rabbit
of
trapped in
us.
headlights.
One of us. One of us.
Sin, have you spoken about this?
I had the commentary issue.
Oh, right. Adam, you've spoken about this. So, yeah. Shall we just say it was dull but worthy?
I think at the time it was probably quite impressive in its own way, but
Or its own way, yes.
Yes.
But yeah,
In its own context.
But after
50,
what?
40,
60
60 years
50
later.
years now?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. It's that one's great. The next one's called The Counterfeit Man. And I've just put a link in the general chat to it. Download it. Day of the Triffids. Brian, can you sort Retro out with that? Yep. Thank you very much. So that's everything covered up. I'm not sure what next week's big finish is.
Will
if
there
I'm
be
honest with
a
you.
big finish next week?
I have no idea, but I don't know what's going on there. I have to wait and see.
You
Hey,
know,
Mark,
it would help if perhaps
Finish.
we had an inside person at Big Finish we could ask questions of, perhaps.
I love the way you use that as a singular term.
Just saying.
An inside person.
An
We
inside-
know more than one, love.
I know, but
This is the flashing blade.
We-
We have a history.
I know of one.
Oh, well, that's good.
And
That's nice.
someday he's going to be showrunner for Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'm there for that.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I will watch the hell out of that.
So, next week. Oh, I've not told you what Doctor Who we're watching. That's because I can't actually remember the title of the damn thing.
What happens in it? Who's in it?
Well, no, you've got one of them is just after the flood, and this was it before the flood.
This is before the flood.
Right, that's the one we're watching, Before the Flood, episode 3 of series 9.
This is a two-part, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
They all are two-parters for this season.
This is a good one.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed it is, with the lead singer from Slipknot.
With, if I remember rightly, a fucking amazing cliffhanger.
Yes.
Yes,
The
very
whole
much
eye
so.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
That's,
a scary one.
Straight
yeah,
after that.
Isn't series 3 named the third season or the third episode called Under the Lake? At least that's what it says on HBO.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And then it's Before the Flood.
Ding, ding, ding.
Under
And
the
then-
lake.
Under the
Yes.
lake before the flood.
If it
Yeah.
starts off with Beethoven's Fifth on the electric guitar, you know you're watching the wrong one. Okay.
To be
Right,
fair, though, who wrote Beethoven's Fifth?
Well, quite. Time did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, moving on. So it's what's it, Under the Lake? Thank you, Retta. I'm glad you said that. Day of the Triffids. Out of the Unknown, The Counterfeit Man, and whatever the big finish is. That's next week's show. Now, we don't know if we're going to have Adam. I suspect not. However, like I say, mate, you have an open invite any Sunday to come here and just talk nonsense.
There you
All right.
go. If I am about, I'll be in a slightly
No,
better health.
you are welcome. Oh, Pretty Tat wants out.
Putty tack and wait.
Handbags.
Who's a human here? Yes.
Yeah. So, Adam, what are you up to next week? Apart from dying.
I'm probably gonna head up back to work. Probably Tuesday, I suspect.
Oh, you'll be so popular.
Yeah. Well, I'm working from home, so it's not like.
Oh, I was going to say, give your coworkers a big hug.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I won't be actually going anywhere. Other than that, it's a quiet week. No commentaries to record. Doctor's not back till Easter. and
I
quiet
think,
one.
to be honest with you, it might be an idea to rest after having the COVID.
Yes, yeah.
You don't want the long COVID now, do you?
No. Although it's not
Alright.
been as bad as people made out. I think 3
Well,
jabs helps
yeah.
rather a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm praying for my dad. Right, Retta, what are you up to next week?
Well, it's going to be a boring week to start off with, and then next weekend we're moving my in-laws into their new place, or at least the furniture, and then.
Forget the actual
Um,
in-laws. We're just going to put the furniture in there.
Well, no, we have. They can't officially move in until a weekday, and Brent and I don't want them moving in until all their furniture is there.
That makes
And
sense.
then the following Monday, we'll bring them in for their orientation and all that.
Yeah,
And then
that's cool.
I know.
I'm pleased. I'm glad it's worked out for them. I really am. And it's obviously it's going to make things a bit easier for you and Brent as well.
Yes.
Which means we're actually going to start playing computer games again. That would be nice.
I've been playing Lost Ark. That's been my thing lately.
I want to get back to Diablo because I want that bloody chess piece, but there's a couple of runes I need, and I don't want to do it on my own because necromancy on its own, soloing is on nightmare or hell level, whichever one it is difficult. I'll have to keep doing the countess over and over and over again just to farm runes until I get the right runes, and I suspect necromancy won't work for this. Anyway, that's that. Sinister, apart from me visiting you next week, what's up, dude?
Got a lot of Lego to build.
Oh, that's good.
What have you got?
I've got latest Star Wars sets.
Is that the
I've
new
also
Mandalorian
got-
one?
Yeah. I've got Boba Fett's throne room thingy, which has got
Oh,
Bib Fortuna on it, and I've also got 3 sets from The Batman.
Oh,
I've
film
heard
I've
good
not-
things about the movie, so
Oh, have I?
Yeah, I
A
would have seen
quick
it
mention.
I know, but
Picard is back.
yeah, I saw episode 1.
Really?
I'm gonna have to go looking now. Yes.
Awesome.
It's only one episode. They're doing a weekly episode. One episode a week.
I'm sorry.
I know.
It's the fact that Q's back.
Oh, and
Oh, yeah.
Q rocks it. He really rocks it in this. I'm not going to give anything away. But,
But yeah, it's party's down.
oh, man, yeah.
I've just
We'll keep
just
an eye
found
on
out that
Picard.
I've just found out that Rick and Morty Series 5 is on Netflix finally.
Nice.
Okay.
Ah.
I stopped watching that. I don't know.
Heard
why I
it
stopped
got
watching
better,
that.
didn't it? 5? Back on form.
And I know you guys don't all have Apple TV, but I'm watching a series called Severance.
Oh, I've heard
Heard
about
of
that.
that.
Is that the Brian
Which
Cox
is-
thing?
No, it's a weekly episode thing. It's the premise is that workers for this company have to have separate memories for their work life and their normal life.
Not what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. That's quite good.
Fascinating.
Like, should we have
Interesting.
the Black Archive. Yeah.
Nice.
That's interesting. Okay.
So I have a
Brian?
question for you. If I was a video game NPC and I knew, but you, and if you knew and I didn't, would you tell me?
What
You're
depends?
talking about Free Guy.
What sort of
Yeah.
an NPC are you? Are you a shop NPC? Are you a quest giver? What sort? Come on.
It probably just regular NPC wandering around
Townsfolk.
saying catchphrase.
Well, no. I mean, if you were that sort of NPC, then we'd randomly kill you because that's what
Have
we
you
do.
been watching Epic NPC Man by Viva La Dirt League on YouTube?
I love
I
Viva
love that, but
Dirtly.
no, I watched Free Guy right before the show here. And
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Resident Alien is back, but I can't watch it.
The
I've got no way of
the
seeing
problem with thinking about whether or not I'm real, Brian, is I can't watch the Truman Show without literally freaking out.
I love Ryan Reynolds. He's my Hollywood husband.
The other
Oh.
show you might want to check out like this is Downloaded.
Oh, that's coming back soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's coming back April 1st.
Hang on a second. Is that the one where
with
the
Cliff
afterlife
Yes.
thing, or is that
That's
right?
the
Oh, so it's
afterlife.
AFK is the other thing I'm thinking
AFK
of.
is really good. I love it.
Has that come back?
No.
Ah.
I'm really
So-
upset about that because AFK
So-
was fantastic.
So Afterlife, no, not Afterlife. What did you call it?
Downloaded,
Downloaded.
uploaded.
Downloaded. Yeah.
Uploaded.
Did you say it was back? Series 2
Series
Back
2
soon.
starts April 1st.
on.
Amazon.
on the same day on Netflix, you got Cliff Beast 6.
Upload. Yeah, there we go. Upload.
It's called Upload. Brilliant. I'm glad about that because I enjoyed that last one.
Whatever you do, stay away from liking Colony.
Right, is this?
It's a well, it's a very low budget movie that's on Amazon as well. They have a riff tracks for it. I had to bow out of it right about the scene where they had the cue card visible in it and the guy was reading off. Yeah, I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done. This is too bad.
That's
even
worse
for me.
than Plan 9.
That is way worse than Plan 9.
Wasn't Bruce Willis,
Wow.
was it?
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Dear me.
It's
Oh, which reminds
almost
me.
Manos Hands of Fate bad.
Oh.
Which reminds me. I'll tell you what we'll do. December. All right.
That's a
When
while
we
away.
can get together, providing we're not shadows on the floor by then. We'll do a private, not Twitch streamed, just between us. We'll do Die Hard because I've never seen it.
Gotta do Die Hard.
It's not
I have
Christmas until Hans Gruber drops out of Nakatomi Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got that to look forward to. We've got something to work towards.
And
Um,
Siobhan, can I compliment you on your lack of internet problems this evening?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Last night I was getting so fucked off during role playing.
Yeah.
I really was getting fucked off. Obviously with the internet, not with anyone else. But it was just. Thank you very much, Sin. Now you pointed it out.
And may we compliment your RPG character for actually finally taking a shower.
Yes,
Really?
that was a big move, and I wanted points for that.
Is that
but you
deliberate or
didn't
just
give me.
caught out the rain?
No, I've deliberately gone. I've not just had a shower. I've washed my clothes.
Wow. Not in mud.
The holy
No,
stench
no.
has been alleviated.
Wow.
There
I
are
might
reasons
quote-
behind this.
If I might quote one of the space rats, don't need a shower, sweat, don't I?
The
Right.
trash heap has spoken. Yeah.
You know they have a new thing of Fraggle Rock.
I know, I
yeah,
want to
Apple
watch
TV.
it. Just because.
But it's not
I've heard it's
regionalised
good.
anymore.
Oh, was it?
Is he regionalised? Yeah, we had the UK segments and there's US segments and other countries.
Oh, I
have their
didn't
own
know. I
segments.
never watched it. So,
Yeah.
next Friday, there's no Two Fan Dinosaurs, but we will be back the following Friday with the first 2 episodes of Doctor Who and the Silurians, or as we like to call it, Doctor Who and the Silurians,
And the cave
Um,
monsters.
and the now with added cave monsters.
Not Cliff Beast.
Next Sunday, there's no role playing next Saturday because Brian's a git. So next Sunday,
You're more than
Fashion
welcome
Days.
to run a game.
No, oh come on, you know how awful I am at running
I
a
know.
game.
I know. I just wanted to say that.
I mean, it's on YouTube, folks. You can go back. It's the Marvel RPG back when I ran it, and it was dreadful.
And then
And
I took over.
Not
and-
because of them, but because I'm crap.
Yeah.
I can't.
Then
do
I
it for
took
the life
over
of me.
and all their jaws dropped.
Yeah, you did nasty things to us.
I did horrible things to you
You
people.
killed Spider-Man.
He had it coming.
There's plenty more where that one came from.
So I gather, yes. Oh, Spider-Man's soon going to be on Disney Plus, I think.
Yes.
I haven't seen it, so I'm looking forward to it.
They all die horribly.
Oh no, not again!
Yeah.
Impaled through the chest by a shape-changing daredevil.
So, who got the lyric then?
So the squidgy bog.
Nope. It's quite simple. The link with tonight's show is Adam J. Purcell up there. Here, you can see him. And occasionally, when and occasionally he's allowed to. His microphone allows him to speak. Occasionally, you see, the theme song from Whizbit, which you correctly identified. Well done. I wouldn't have expected anything less from you.
No, indeed.
Is the only song lyrics I have ever heard Adam J. Purcell quote. He doesn't do
My, oh
song
my.
lyrics,
My oh my.
but he does Whizbit.
Who doesn't do Whizbit?
That's your last show. I thought, what the fuck? Yeah, Google Whizbit. It is
How
that
would
bad.
we have known that?
You know Adam. You've known him for a few years now.
It's a bit of a deep cut, but
I mean, that's not very fair, that question.
Sorry? How many years have you known Adam? Since the first Flashing Blade Winter Warmer?
Doesn't mean I've ever heard him singing Whizbit.
He doesn't sing. That's just
No,
it. He
no,
doesn't
no.
sing.
no.
He quotes it. That's the scary part.
Not regularly, to be said, but
Oh, I don't know. You have trigger words that if someone says, you immediately...
oh, true.
Oh, bless. So that's it for tonight, boys and girls. Oh, next week I'm going to Dr. Sinister's, and that's about it. Sorry, that's what my week was going to be today. However, coming up shortly, I'm having faggots and chips, so I'm happy. Brains.
Awful.
Brains.
Could be.
Yeah. So, boys and girls, say good night.
Good
Night.
night.
Right. Goodbye, Nathan
Brian,
Spring.
yeah, indeed. Brian, don't forget to cue Sinister in, because Sinister has something of great import for you during the closing credits. And cue the closing credits.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
I'm not sure any of that matters. Friends, enemies, so long as there's John Levine, always John Levine.